Hello everyone, welcome to EngVlog, and today we're going to talk about some alternatives to the word obvious. The word obvious is obviously an important word, and that's why you should know the pronunciation of this word. In the UK, people say obvious. It starts with a sound. But in network English, in the US, they say obvious. It starts with a sound. So just a little difference between these two sounds, obvious and obvious. I usually prefer American accent, so I am okay with the sound obvious. Okay, let's jump into the lesson. Number one, clear, apparent, and plain all mean the same. You could use any of them to talk about something obvious. So the first example, it was clear that he was unhappy. So something was clear. It was obvious that someone was unhappy. And the next one is her unhappiness was apparent to everyone. So someone was unhappy and for some reason, and it was very clear. Everyone could understand that she was or he was unhappy. And the next one is his disappointment was plain to see. Plain. People use the term plain occasionally to talk about something obvious, right? So his disappointment was plain to see. Next come with two formal terms if you want to talk about something obvious in formal English. You could use this term evident or manifest. The example, her love for him was evident in everything she did. She loved the person very, very much, and it was very deep love, so everything she did, she just somehow expressed her love or affection for that person. So it is obvious that he was lucky, right? And the next one is, manifest. His manifest lack of interest has provoked severe criticism. Maybe this person was given a job and he had, interest for that job, but after some time, maybe he lost his interest, and that lack of interest uh, brought some, severe criticism and resulted in some severe criticism. So manifest is the term. There are some idioms you could use to talk about something obvious. All the idioms are informal, so be very careful when you deal with them. The example, the idioms are stand out a mile or stick out a mile. So something can be seen very far from you. If that thing is very clear, right? You can see very far from you. So the example, I know she is lying. It stands out a mile. So somebody is lying and you know that. You are very certain about that fact. So it stands out a mile means someone is definitely lying. So it's very obvious. You can just tell it, no problem. The next one is marked. If any change is obvious, you could use this term marked. So the example, there has been a marked improvement in his behavior. Someone's behavior wasn't very good and he or she was trying to improve his behavior and she did it. So you are saying that there has been a marked improvement. That means obvious improvement in his behavior or in her behavior, right? So marked is the term. The next one is a bit unusual but very smart word. It is conspicuous. If something or somebody is very different from others and anyone can spot, it is called conspicuous. For the example will make you clear. I felt very conspicuous in a suit when everyone else in jeans. So suppose you were invited to a party and everyone except you was in jeans and you were in some different dress, so you were just, the center of everyone's attention, right? So it is called conspicuous, right? And the last one is about two terms that can be used when something is bad and at the same time obvious. So bad and obvious, you could use these terms. The first one is blatant, not blatant. It is blatant and glaring. You could use any of them. So the example, sorry, it was a blatant attempt to gain publicity. You know that sometimes the politicians, they do some nasty jobs to gain some, publicity. So they can be described as blatant, bad and obvious at the same time. And the last one is they made some glaring errors. So the errors were bad. Errors are bad, and at the same time it wasn't hidden. It was very, clear or plain, obvious. So you could use these terms. Glaring. Well, these are the alternatives to the term obvious. I hope you understood all these terms and all the applications very well, and you are going to use in your speaking and your writing as well. And if you just enjoyed our lesson, just hit the thumbs up below, and don't forget to subscribe to our YouTube channel to get many more exciting and fantastic lessons. Until then, bye-bye. You can also check out the same video in Bengali at www.youtube.com/EngVlog Bangla, EngVlog Bangla.